Hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi, hi. Oh, I feel so good right now. I had a lot of salmon bone. Dad's still frying up the gyoza right now, but it's okay. I can eat that later like that. I don't mind warming up or eating not fresh. Like, that's fine. It's taking too long. But the salmon bone, I just had to eat that while it's fresh. It was too good. I could just fall asleep now, but you know, I want to finish episode 12, and that's my goal for the night. And I shall do the thing. Especially since a lot of stuff happened in the last stream. I still think it's cute how the Damasti and Logos are just having fun together, reenacting a play of Damasti's many lives. So cute, so precious. Did not expect the hotel owner to be part of the hive mind. Like, that was an interesting reveal. And it's cool seeing Reed's sister. Can't wait to see what kind of mischief she does. Though, for the other side, poor like Glasgow gang, guys. Oh, Londinium. But now time to see what happens next in The Abandoned. What a way to start off with The Abandoned. Now let's refresh real quick. Ooh, I got a notification for something I bought, I think. Let me check real quick. Yes, it is. Oh, yay. Cool. Yep, it's the thing that I ordered, which I'm happy about. Being shipped out. Woohoo! Oh, starting off with a fight. Okay. That's fun. I should have looked at the map. Look at all them drones. But no fear. Like, what's the worst that can happen? Yeah, what is fear? Fear don't exist here. Oh, that max limit though. Oof. I gotta get rid of these things. Gosh darn it. Eee! I don't like those things just floating there menacingly. No. You just like not. Like, bro, stop. Stop floating there menacingly. I don't appreciate you. Let's see, how do I want to do this? This is alright. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. Oof. Yep, you know, let's just do this. This is fine. Please, Thorns, help me. And yeah, I use Discord. And oh gosh, I think it's just floating there menacingly. It's starting to come closer. But there's no fear. And I should get rid of these other things, you know, that'd be smart. I should be smart. Sirs, what are you doing? Stop bringing on pain and suffering. Oh no. Speaking of pain and suffering... Actually, no fear. There be no fear here. Wee! Lumen will keep me alive. There. Yeah, this is fine so far. It's halfway through. No worries. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of AMVs. And I'm gonna put her here. Boop. Give me more cost. Even though I'm probably not gonna bring out any more people. I still want the cost. Because why not? I gotta get rid of this thing. There, that's satisfying. I'm just glad I don't have to take care of looking for imposters here. Sussy imposters. Or some of them other mechanics that hurt me. Oh, oof, I forgot I didn't give him a healer. My bad. There are more people following than I thought. They don't necessarily think that they have a better chance with you. I understand. They don't stand behind me because they trust me. They just don't have any other choice. Footsteps are convincing. The more people join us, the less others will hesitate. When we and Her Royal Highness arrive at the blockade, there will be more cannon fodder. I'll be standing at the fort, Cador. Hey, what's that in the sky? The Sarkaz airship. They're taking off. This is our... No, that's... The crowd falls silent, gazing up at the airship above. In their eyes is reflected the eerie purple flame, slowly falling towards the ground. The cold flame impacts the earth, the sparks flying onto the fleeing crowd, as though they had a mind of their own. The fire spreads uncontrollably, instantly engulfing the refugees. They fall to the ground screaming. Then, their lifeless bodies rise up from the fire, the purple flame of desire burning in their eyes. Dead silence. All present bore witness to the miracle. Another of those devil's tricks. They won't even let us die. The rain of purple fire descends like a mantle of death itself. Fear spreads in the crowd. The silence is broken, replaced by panic. Get away from the fire, hurry! The houses by the street are burning. Did you see that, Siege? What? The purple fire is beyond the Sarkaz. I've heard stories of the dead coming back to life. Stories about a Draco. The leader of Dublin, the Red Dragon of Avarice. She's here. Her flame descends upon us. She hides her ambition no more, Siege. I don't care who she is. All I care is that we need to run, now. Look out! Looks like age has not taught you patience. Why do you fear my fire if you're so eager to fight me? Or have you forsaken the intelligence that you were so proud of once you began serving the Regent? Interesting, little Draco. Your fire. Very interesting. If you know about our existence, then you know that this vessel is simply one of our innumerable fragments. This is simply a little warning, delivered in passing. You are not in our field of view. Your soul is too shallow, too barren. You do not even attempt to hide the flame of ambition, the desire for power in your eyes. Wow, I love how Damacy's like, yeah, sorry girl, we ain't interested in you. Like, the worst they can say is no. Unlike the Banshee whom we are speaking to, even now, we're not even interested in asking any questions of you. I have no need to hide. My fire burns away all as it does now. I can't wait until the cluster of Damasti kneels before me in fire. Do you hear the sound of screaming beneath your feet, hatchling? I lead them. They adore me. This is my duty. You do not understand, ancient wanderer. Many years ago, the country beneath our feet was not the forest it is today. We met a Draco in southern Victoria, one as young as you are now. I lead them. They adore me. He said the same words before his death in battle. His brood submitted to the Empire's glow, whether it was those who made peace with the Aslan or you. How do you think you compare to your conquering forefathers? You're not worthy to speak of my kin's suffering. And I'm not worthy to speak of the Red Dragon who wrote the history of Tara. But the beautiful memories that you speak of have left Tara a long time ago. The old Draco Kings were no greater than we are. We sought fairness. He made his choice, and I made mine. You long-lived. You boast of the seasons that you've seen, the scope of your knowledge. But the wealth that you're so proud of has not changed your life in the slightest. How pathetic. Observe and seek. This is all you have in all your years, no? Neither of us see the other as a welcome guest. Why not end this pointless argument? Thank you, little Draco, for making this chore somewhat interesting. You'll remember me, Damasti. There'll be a chapter with my name on it and your long and winding memory. The fire outside. Now's no time to stare. Pack up and let's catch up with... Morgan? Do you regret what you said to Vina? I don't know why, it just came out. I didn't mean to blame her. I wanted someone to tell me that the nightmare was over, that everything would get better, that someone used to be Vina. Remember this tape? You spent a pretty penny to get it from McLaren. Bastard lied to me, said it was a limited edition and was worth a lot. Oh, I have a call from my boss. Let me check it out real quick. Oopsies. Eee! Oh, that scared me. I thought I was in trouble. I was gonna be like, what did I do? I swear I did nothing wrong. I'm innocent. But no, I wasn't in trouble. Heck, I was asked if I can help out tomorrow, if need be. Which is fine. It's honestly fine if I help out with some other stuffs. Though, oh my goodness, I've never given a tour before, so that's gonna be fun if I have to help out. Like, yay, I'm gonna be tour guide Misaki. Adding on to my many titles and roles. But now to continue. He wasn't wrong. How many times did you watch it with Vina on the sofa? 10? 20? Tell you what, grab it, and we'll all watch it for the 21st time when we get out of here and find a new hideout. How about that? Have I started the FGO Lotto? Nope. I want to do that on stream, that's why. She never changed, did she? It was no report that changed. Speaking of video, there's someone I haven't notified. You go first. Tell Vina I'll catch up soon. The lights by the streets of Norport have gone out. Only the purple flames spreading through the city light Bayard's path. Burning silhouettes stare blankly at the sky, listening to the call of the leader. But the dark night conceals the airship in the sky. Not even the purple flames reaching towards the skies could reveal it. Damn it, what are those people, those things looking at? I have to find McLaren, meet up with Vina. It's not safe here. I think he lives over here. It's too dark. Should have brought my flashlight. His neon sign used to stay lit all night. Those burning things had better not jump me like those movie monsters. Third from the left, third from the left. There. McLaren! The next house is burning. We have to go. No one answers Bayard in the darkness. All she hears is the crackling of fire and wood. Bayard presses her ear against the gap and hears the faintest chattering of teeth and agitated breathing echo in the empty house. McLaren, thank heavens you're fine. Oh yeah, Morgan said he's deaf. I need a pen. I've got one here in my pocket. It's not safe here, we need to go. I'm Bayard. Take the planks down. Read the note, bloody hell. Do you see it or not? There's no time, I need to go in. It's okay, McLaren. I just need to pry your windows open. I feel like it won't be fully destroyed over here. It's probably gonna be in ruins, but still on the usable side. Like how places are after catastrophes. Bayard opens up the gap in the planks using her knife, then tries to pry them open with a handle. Almost there, almost there. Go away. Are you talking? I can't hear you. The planks aren't that tough. Hang in there. Get away from me. Get away from me. What are you saying? Damn, the fire's spreading quickly. Hurry, hurry. Last two. Do you see me, McLaren? Come over to the door. The fire's spreading. We're out of time. Look this way. Isn't it clear enough? Go away. Get away from me. Stand back. I'll kick the last planks in. Stay away! A silver flash, Bayard takes a step back, touches her cheek, and finds it wet with a warm liquid. What the? McLaren. The familiar video shop owner stands behind the door. The blood flowing from his ears lies dried on his neck. Originium crystals cover a large part of his ears. Morgan was right. He has likely gone deaf. He's muttering at the only light in the room, oblivious to everything else. Otherwise, he would not have been so frightened when he saw that it was her standing outside. Would not have swung his knife. Or perhaps not. He would have done so no matter who opened the door. The calamity outside has taken his hearing and almost everything else he had. He stands alone with his knife, only a few fragile planks between the world and the last bit of food he has. This is mine. I have nothing left. McLaren. I want to live. Please. I just want to live. I've given you everything else. What do you still want from me? This is mine. Look at me, McLaren. It's Bayard. I'll take care of you. Put down your knife. Take my hand. Put down your knife. Can you read it? Wait, it's on his eyes too? He can't see? Oh, they didn't say that. They only mentioned his ears being... him being deaf. Oh, that sucks even more if he can't hear and can't see. The fire is spreading. We've no time. Right, just like that. I'll come over slowly. No need to be scared. Finally, Bayard sees the once familiar video shop owner in his entirety. She finds that it is not a lamp that illuminated the room, but the tiny projector that they spent countless days and nights with. I'll take your hand and help you up. I want to live. You will. We all will. Bayard touches a feeble arm. Her heart skips a beat at the solidness of the originium crystals beneath the soft muscles. It's okay. We'll all live. You'll have a new video shop, and I'll have a new gym. I want to live. Relax. Now I'm going to take your knife. You're safe. You don't need it. Thank you. Thank you. She reaches out slowly to the knife that McLaren is holding. There's a little bump under his clothes. The last food that McLaren has left. Bayard takes McLaren's knife. The muscles of the trembling man relax for the first time in many days. Bayard sees an emotion other than fear in the man's eyes. Perhaps he has recognized her. The thing in the bump falls out from under his clothes. It's an empty can. We can go now. That's mine. Bayard exhales and bends down to pick up the empty can. But this is empty. Bayard feels a sharp pain in her midsection. The knife that should have been in her hand is now halfway inside her. McLaren was the one who seized her hand. It's mine! Mine! Mine. I'll live. You said you'll leave me food. Ugh. He stumbles towards Bayard and snatches away the meaningless, empty can. I'll live. I'll protect myself. His knife is now inside Bayard. He anxiously looks for a new weapon. He sees Bayard's butterfly knife, his delirious eyes reflected in the cold blade. Bayard has had the knife for a long time. When the members of the Glasgow gang were just children, Bayard bought it at the flea market for a discount, and never let it leave her side. It has seen many battles, many celebrations with her. It was not particularly valuable, nor did Bayard particularly treasure it. It just became a habit. McLaren's struggle was feeble. That one stab took almost all the strength he had left. But Bayard found that she could not fight back. McLaren gasps a few times and pulls with what strength he has left. The blade almost pierces his neck. Careful! Don't or hurt yourself. She's being so nice to the old man. I would be mean at that point. I'd be like, F you, sir! How dare you stab me? Then again, I am evil. Bayard could not lift her arm. She releases a knife. The man takes the weapon, cradles a can, and stumbles into the light of the inferno outside. It hurts. Gotta get Hannah to wrap it up. I hope she learned how to do it gently in her time out there. Ugh, I can hardly stand. McLaren, you bastard. I don't remember owing you any money. Leastwise, I can't remember. I have to catch up to them. Vina will worry. I find Bayard too nice. Like, for me, if I was trying to tell someone, like, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. If they're being stubborn, I'll be like, fine then, you stay then. Like, whatever, stay. I wouldn't be that nice, even to a friend. I'd be even meaner to family, actually. That's probably the last group that would follow us. The flames are burning fierce. Looks like we made it, Doctor. Can you run, Amiya? Yes, I'm fine. Finally, hurry, Wow. Seems like the airship is taking off. Seems like the airship taking off was enough to get the Duke's attention. Is that the Duke of Windermere's forces? I don't know and I have no time to care. We need to go, Siege. We can't wait for the Dukes and the Sarkaz to have it out. No, Bayard's not here yet. 2 minutes, no, 1. Bayard runs fast. You see those walking carcasses on the street? Who knows if they don't want a piece of us, even if we got away from the bombing and the fire. We have no time. Where's Bayard, Morgan? She went to look for the video shop owner. It's on the far side. What's more important to you, your subjects or your gang? That's the question you'll need to answer sooner or later. Where are you going, Cador? I'm just a Glasgow punk. I don't need to think about the things you have to, Your Highness. Bayard's on my own. I've got to take care of her. Cador's so nice too. I look forward to seeing whether you'll keep your promise and always stand at the fore of these people. I hope you do. Cador squeezes past the silent crowd and goes back into the blockade area. Let me go, Morgan. Say something, Vina. Hannah, is that McLaren? They're at the end of the line. He just joined it. Cador stops in his tracks. The cowering man at the end of the line looks around gingerly, then disappears into the crowd. McLaren. It's him. Bayard's caught up. That thing in his hand. Bayard should be around here. Why are they together? Wait, how did McLaren end up with Bayard's knife? Morgan finds the answer. She finds it in the bloodstains on the knife, in the video shop owner's hand, and in Vina's eyes before she turned away. Tears rush into her eyes, but she cannot wipe them away. She needs both her hands to stop Angel from trying to squeeze past the crowd. That would be sad if that's Bayard's end, but hey, she got McLaren to leave and join up with the others, so she reached her goal. Let me go, Morgan, or I'll stalk you. You saw it, Vina. Bayard. Strength. But Vina never wanted it. Vina has never wanted it so much. A little strength, a lot of strength, the strength of anger, the strength of sorrow. Anything. Anything to shatter all that lies before her. Anything to make things right again. Even just a little bit. Even if it was just enough for her to turn around, to find a friend that she has not yet had the time to catch up with. Even if... Kind Gassikath is it's heavy in her hands. Almost immovable. Nothing. There is nothing. Your Royal Highness, are we not going? You would take us away from here, yes? Don't call me your Highness. I'm not anybody's Highness. I'm just... No, Never mind. See your post, Indra. We break the walls now. You'll leave Barb behind after we've already done so once? I understand. And I know she would not willingly part with us again. Unless she had no choice. As we do not. Why don't we come back to Norport then? Maybe coming back was more than just about coming back. The moment that we stepped foot on the soil of our home. Let go of Hannah, Morgan. Have some faith in the Glasgow gang. We're no wimps. Remember how we fought our battles when we were so little? Vina. For the Glasgow gang! For the Glasgow gang! Bastards. Wait for us, Bayard. For the Glasgow gang! The walls that block the escape of the people of Norport lie just before them, but there are no longer sarcasm bows and guns on it. Freedom is in sight. The oppressed raise their hands high and push forth. Siege raises Kangasikath high again. It is still just a piece of metal, not a single sheen to it. She does not remember whether she swung it. Perhaps it is just the result of countless hands pushing at the same time. The wall falls. Good luck to Bayard. But now we go. Good night. There's drones and... oh, there's stairs. Not too bad. I believe. Thank you for accepting my plea, Damasti. It is not a difficult wish to grant. Coincidentally, we just freed ourselves from some nastier things. A classroom. You ended up inviting us here in the end. A rational and reasonable decision, Golding. You always said that you saw yourself as a teacher after all. I think I shall die here today. You're set on this. Leto will be sad. I have to do it. Why are you so hung up on this? You're right. Why am I? I can't let go of the children. I worry that they can't find a place to belong in our current world. I can't let go of Molly either. She's a good girl, but she doesn't know how to protect herself. And of course, there's Heidi. But I've let her down. I only hope she won't resent me. Probably a difficult thing to do, seeing that I've caused the deaths of so many. I deserve any resentment coming my way. Golding, you know dying like this won't change anything. Honestly, we're confused by your decision. I'm confused too, Damasti, you and I both. Also, Golding, are you gonna die in the school that you teach in? Imagine all the students coming back with Molly and they're like, okay, time to go back home. Ah, bye! In our long-lived experience, it isn't rare to see one embrace death, but we're still puzzled by it. It'd be interesting talking to Damasti. I'd want to see Damasti transform into a bunch of stuff. Like, that'd be entertaining. We are well familiar with words, sacrifice, repellence, guilt, and perhaps even more. The final outcome always leads to death. Sorry, but this is such a futile act to us. Death holds little meaning and isn't worth such obsession. Death is just death. I know what you mean, Damasti. I understand what you're saying. If I wish to make amends for the fallen Self-Salvation Corps' fighters, perhaps a better choice would have been to live on, to care for the families left behind, to heal the suffering in their stead. But I know I can't do that. I can't possibly face all that. I'm so scared. Is facing death easier than facing your fears? Perhaps. I've always run away from things. I thought I could keep living as long as I avoided getting caught by the tide. But when does one finally stop running and admit that one's life has fallen apart? When does one admit that one's old life never existed in the first place? I can't bring myself to face all this, so I'd rather choose to die before I completely succumb to my despair. Okay, she does not want to fall to despair. Let me lie to myself just this once, Demasti. You've taken my form. Don't get the wrong idea, Golding. We don't actually like our job that much. We won't deceive those precious to you. We just want to better understand your feelings. I guess this Damasti's like, okay. It was kind of fun being a teacher as Molly. Time to be Golding now. Taking on the many roles. Better be a good teacher. Damasti Golding. Sus Golding. It's a difficult emotion to understand, so we can only try to feel it firsthand. You asked me before how to live a life. How am I even supposed to come up with an answer? Then again, now that I've realized my own powerlessness, choosing to give up could also count as a choice, right? Give up. Leto also said this before. No, it's not about giving up on yourself and letting life wash over you. It's to give up on the act of living. Give up on living, you say. All these experiences, whether they hold joy or pain, there isn't really a need to hold on to them so tightly, right? In fact, you'll feel as though you're in the middle of a labyrinth when you realize the walls are in fact made of set experiences. I wouldn't even call this a struggle. It truly is a coward's choice. But at least, I won't stand by their side again, right? I'm just so tired of it all. Good night, Golding. Golding just wanted to quit. She's like, yeah, I've had enough of everything. Everything in general. Yep, I quit. Goodbye. Good night, Golding. I'm at my limit. I really am. So tired. Well, at the very least, the Glasgow gang managed to reunite while I'm still here. I hope they can all get away safely. Bayard staggers to a wall and slowly sits herself down, drawing a long bloodstain behind her. Her hand is already going numb. She tries to make a fist, but to no avail. Ugh, death sure hurts a lot more than I'd imagined. Hurts more than when Hannah socked me in the jaw. She turns her head and spots a corpse not far from her. Lean and emaciated, he seems to have died a few days ago. It suddenly occurs to her how familiar the corpse's face is. So, this is where you ended up, Mr. Next Academician. A can of meat lay close to the timid citizen, its contents completely cleaned out without even a little bit remaining. Bayard blinks a few times at something strange by the poor man's side. From the wall to the floor, a bunch of black, curvy lines? Words and diagrams. Only now does Bayard realize that he had picked up another pen to write with. A battered charcoal pencil, a tool far less respectable than his precious fountain pen. She touches her own pocket. The fine fountain pen that had belonged to him is still with her. It's a shame McLaren never read the final words written by this gorgeous pen. She manages to drag her body with some difficulty towards the writing on the wall, and carefully makes out the tiny handwriting. She laughs, and she also starts coughing. A thesis on heraldry has an application to be a Fellow of the Royal Victorian Academy of Science. Mister, you chose to write this of all other things you could have written? It's totally useless. Bayard skips over the long, stupefying paragraph of research and references. The paper ends abruptly. After a blank page is an angry note from the man on how he had forgotten some important material he wanted to add. His desperation shows through the broken writing that eventually fades off the page. At some point, he seems to have begun writing his wishes instead. I hope the genealogy of the Ashworth family can manifest in my hands soon. I hope the editors will understand how significant my work is and increase my book advance. I hope the professor won't be angry at me. Those are just academic arguments and I still respect him very much. Fine, if I get the chance, I'm willing to concede the debate and share some of his tea again. I want some tea. I'm still so hungry. I could really go for the fried fins sold at the street corner. I hope Jane hasn't forgotten me. I love her just as much as when I left her. Bro, why'd you leave Jane then if you loved her so much? I'm a scoundrel. I hope those kids at the gym are doing alright. I want to drink 3 million barrels of whiskey. 3 million barrels! Ah yes, great goal, sir. Aunt Sarah, I miss you. I'm so sorry to have grown up into such a bad child. Bloody hell. Bloody hell, who'd even grant me my wishes? I prayed as hard as I can to all the beings I know and don't. If that evangelistic library cleric shows up right in front of me, I'd have give him a thrashing for sure. Alright, fine. I hope that everyone's wishes come true, that everyone can be happy, safe, and healthy, to live their best lives, every single one. I hope no one will suffer anymore or be tortured. Everyone should be smiling, and all tears should evaporate off this great land, along with hunger. I hope that all this wasn't in vain. I hope that all this... A long scratch mark follows, and the writing stops there. Wow, his last notes at the end were so sweet! Well, I guess this is it. Bayard raises her hand with much difficulty. The pen nib is almost dried out, and she tries making several marks before leaving it a short line in black ink. I hope so too. Aw, she replied to him. Good night. Like, oh, Mr. Academician. If only you did not try to take the foods. Though his final notes were cute. They were surprisingly wholesome. Oh no, those are dudes that are walking, and I don't like how they're walking there menacingly. I don't appreciate it. Uh-oh. No fear. Yeah, this is fine. Oh, I'm gonna hate this. The identity check. Evil! Can you just like not do that? Can you just like not float around like that menacingly? Come on. Come on, just like stop. Whatever, you can get through. Or not. That's good. That worked out nicely. There, security check. I was so happy that there were no security checks last time, and now there are. Okay. I can sneeze real quick. And now I feel good after sneezing. Hurry up and walk faster. Oh no, there are dudes here. No! Hello? Like, the most feels right now for the Glasgow gang. Because I was rooting for them to get back together. They are goals friendship. Whenever I see friend groups like that, I'm just like, dang. I kind of want that kind of thing in my life sometimes. Like, every so often I think that. So I was rooting for them. Because that kind of stuff is adorable and wholesome. Or supposed to be adorable and wholesome. And how goes Arknights so far? Overall, pretty good. Oh no, there's just so many identity checks though. But this is fine, there's no fear. What's fear? No fear doesn't exist here. There's no fear. Oh, I really don't like this. Okay. I gotta bring up more security checks here. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Hurry up and go down the stairs. Get out of here, sirs. Look, you're sus. Let's wait.
Mission accomplished.
Okay, all nice, all good. Fly fireworks. Oh no, look at all those exits. There's 4. Ooh, I don't like that. I gotta protect so many areas. But it's okay, I believe. I just gotta believe hard, and then I will do the thing. Fly fireworks. I still wish that we could see the size of kings in action. But it's understandable that it's not gonna be in action for now. Someday, my goal. Well, it couldn't for banner tonight, nah. For FGO, I'm not gonna spend any more until Tunguska appears, since I spent too much on Ibuki. I bought 2 Saint Quartz packs for Ibuki and it hurt. It really did. It was worth it, but at the same time it did hurt. Oh no, please don't die, please don't die. Okay, I gotta bring someone else up. Whee! Live! Okay, there, that's good. Yeah, no fear. Oh man, I gotta start breaking these things. I gotta be able to bring out more people. Okay, time to break that. Ooh, those things are just floating there menacingly though. Oh man. Oh wait, there's a dude walking by here. My bad. I almost forgot about you, sir. Oh, you're just gonna walk past. Oh no, he was sus. Oh, my bad. I did not mean to let the sus dude pass by. Oh well. I'm all stocked and clear. For Golding's passing, I didn't find it too sad just because she went off on her own terms. Like, she's like one of the only people that go off on their own terms. I feel like most of them don't get that opportunity. So in that sense, her ending wasn't like too bad. And she was pretty chill with the Damazdi. Like surprisingly chill with them. And in the end, I feel like they kind of became friends too in a way. And oh no, more identity checks. These are the worst. I don't like these checks. No. Yep, that's bad. I gotta bring someone else that I can deploy for the checks. Gosh darn it, identity checks. You are the worst. You will be the end of me. And I don't appreciate that. Can you just like not? Okay. No fear. I got this. I'm better prepared now. Yeah, I'm like super duper prepared now. Post prepared. Okay. Just break that real quick. No. It's okay, it's okay. I can bring someone else out to help break those thingies. Put one. I kind of want to break that one. That one's kind of good to be there. At the same time. Nope. Let's go over here instead. I still think it's hilarious how savage the Damazdi is. Like, he was actually pretty nice to Golding. Like, super chill to Golding overall. But he was so mean to Ablana, guys. Like, yo. It's like, you're not even on my radar. Savage. Like, you mean nothing to me. Like, wow. Okay. Oh no, it's a sus dude. Sir, can you just like not? Oops, I forgot about the other side. My bad. That is really my bad. That's what I get for being distracted. Okay, fine. Let me just do a thing over here. Oh, sadness. Oh, I really am hating these identity checks. I don't want to break that one block yet, just because. I'm keeping it good for now. Though it's be my cost, I will find out soon. I just gotta redo that. At least it's 0 energy, so I don't feel too bad. I just gotta bring out more people. Or actually just let it happen. Like, just let that thing go past. It'd be fine in this case. Yeah, it should be fine. And just for funsies, let's bring out Nyan. I haven't had her around in a while. Okay, no fear. Redo! Just gotta start getting rid of these thingies. Okay. I'll get rid of that one for sure. Very nice. Constantly have someone over there, probably. Or at least over here. Yeah, one over here. Healer might be good. And then over here. Does it start getting rid of that one? Yeah, it's good. Good thinking, self. Just keep doing that and things will be fine. Why be worried? Okay, there's an identity check going on. Okay, let's have it happen. He's sus. Now we get to bonk him. And let's have her be over here. The other side's pretty good. I'll take care of this side. Oh, I should bring out a healer. You know, that'd be smart. Healers are good. They keep you healthy, and I like that. I appreciate it. Being healthy feels nice. Okay, all good. Oh, almost forgot about identity checks. Hurry up, identity check. Go through. No fear. I just don't like having to do these identity checks. They hurt me. They are the meanest mechanic to me. Because it takes so much time to check these guys out. Like, look at that one. Like, why are they just walking past? Why are they allowed to do that? Why can't we check them out? Like, come on. Can't we just check them faster? Like, look at that guy just walking past. It's like, really, sir? Really? You're just gonna do that? Again, look at him. Look at him just walking there. Why are they allowed to do that? Like, come on, dudes. Or like, come on, my peoples. Can't you just check them out? Please. Please give them my identity check. Yeah, they just walk past and I hate it. Oh, it's because I gotta kill that shaman guy. Okay, makes sense then. I can bonk him fast. You know, let's do it. This will be fine. At this point, I'm just gonna break all these blocks. Okay, this is gonna be good. Heal it faster this time. Okay, be quick. Be good. Who cares about that block anymore? I feel no fear now. Okay, healers are good. Healers keep you healthy, and that's a nice thing to be. Healthy is good. Healthy as can be. Let's break more stuff. And again, more breaking things. Speaking of breaking things, I'll break that dude. Break his face. I want to get rid of that thing now. I'll get rid of it soon enough. Yeah, no worries. Okay, let's just focus on that. Just be a little bit patient, Soph. Okay. Tiny bit more patience. Okay. That's enough patience for now. I'm gonna just break that. Let's do it. It's like ripping off a bandage. Now I have more cost, and cost is good. 35. Okay, there. Identity check, that's fine. Oh shoot, the cost is more than I thought. Wait, no, I couldn't check him out. Oh, my bad. Okay, and then just a little bit more. I gotta break those thingies in the sky. Break that shaman dude. Now there's no worries. Kind of, sort of. Have someone here. More identity checks. Actually, I might not need. No, that's good. Now I just gotta keep steering. I break any dude who walks by. Oh, that guy's gonna fail his identity check. Yep, look at him fail. Most of these dudes are sus. Mission accomplished. Yay! Humph. I'm starting to regret this. Sneaking in here was not a good idea. The higher the place, the more complete and larger the shadows are. But this place is a little too high up. Can you let me go? No can do, girlie. Don't you get any funny ideas either. This ship is way too big. I'd really appreciate a cute girl helping me keep an eye out for any soldiers popping up. Do you also call yourself a Victorian Sarkaz? No, I'm a Kazo Sarkaz. Wait, but if you're a Kazo Sarkaz, then why are you? Aren't you working for General Manfred and the military commission? I only work for myself. Where's the ship headed? I don't like seeing kids suffer. I don't know. I really don't. What exactly is your job here? Being a Sarkaz mercenary? Heh. A Sarkaz mercenary who hasn't killed before. You can't even silently draw your weapon while being captured. What's Manfred even planning to do here? Open a kindergarten? General Manfred says he wants me to learn what war is. Well, how's it going? I think it's just people killing another group of people. Congratulations. We share the same view. The ship sure flies high. The general says it's because it's a revenant. Ugh, a revenant, so that's why. That's why Ascalon was in so much pain. Good thing they're conspicuous. The ship is still ascending. Judging by our heading, it's not flying towards a battlefield. The ship is returning to Londinium. You flew out of Londinium, fired a shot at the Duke's warship, and then stopped for a few days in Norport Borough. And now the Dukes are on their way to with their fleets. You're retreating? Seems like I need to change my impression of Manfred. Not only is he passionate about pedagogy, but he likes to take a ship out for a little drives too. As one does, you know? Just a nice little ride for the funsies. Paprika's basically an intern here. Alright, you don't know anything at all. What's your name? Paprika. So you're the Paprika mentioned in the report I read. You freed the workers from munitions factory number 11. And then you were caught by Manfred. For a sarcasm mercenary, is that not honorable? For a sarcasm mercenary, honor is the worst kind of shame. Okay. You've been to Castle before, right? What's it like? My old captain told me it's our homeland. Where did you grow up? Columbia. No wonder. Every sarcas that hasn't been to Castle thinks it's probably an adorable, sweet little place. That's just your own wishful thinking. Think of the filthiest, most disgusting, and any derogatory adjective you can muster, and multiply that by 100. Now that's Casdo. Sounds like most people wouldn't like it. Then why? Why do so many sarcas call it home? Because they need a home. They think as long as they have a home, everything will fall neatly into place. All discrimination and persecution against them will cease, and they'll once again be able to puff out their chests in pride. Humph, it's silly. Or maybe you think that because you're not a sarcas. You like to ask questions, little girl. But that's not a good thing. But that's not a good habit in wartime. I was only making a guess. Please don't get angry. I'm just real curious. Nobody here wants to talk to me, and General Manfred is always busy. They're all so excited and always talking about doing great things. But why don't I feel it? All I've seen is familiar faces dying one by one, getting replaced by fresh faces. But when those become familiar, the same thing just happens again and again. I feel like I shouldn't be here at all. Does it actually matter if someone is really a sarcas or not? If everyone thinks you're a sarcas, then you might as well grind down your horns and pretend to be one. Because you can only survive as a sarcas. And when it comes to surviving, your feelings don't matter at all. And that's why you joined this war with the sarcas? Seems like you should stay with Manfred a little while longer. He hasn't taught you the most important things you need to know about war. General Manfred lent me a book, A History of Sarcas War. I know the author. His name is Hoderer, and he's an idiot. So Hoderer is the one who wrote the book. Well? Sarcas War, Victorian War, Ducal War, Royal Count War, Royal Court War. Only an idiot talks about stuff like that. Who'd be arrogant enough to claim a war for themselves? I sure wouldn't, at least. War is war, and that's all there is to it. You don't believe this war can save us all? Then what do you believe in? I believe that when you're hungry, you have to eat. When you're thirsty, you need a drink. Swinging your arms around for too long will tire you out, and if I jump out of the ship, I will die. I only believe in these things that can't be given meaning. Toying around with meaning is the root of all suffering. In the same way, I believe the prophets that make people impulsive. Fear makes them impatient. A burning fire cannot be easily extinguished, and the resulting conflicts cannot be easily ended. Enos, as a guest, you should have greeted me first. It's been a while, Manfred. Indeed it has. So why don't you stay? You can admire the scenery with us. The storm is approaching quickly. Enos and Manfred turn to look out the window. They see the smoke and dust rising up in the distance, and several high-speed battleship fleets approaching. The airship high up in the sky is attracting the attention of every ducal force already stationed nearby. A sudden flash of clarity shoots through Inez upon seeing these little battleships scrambling like insects in the shadow of the airship. You want the flames. No, the flames have already been ignited. You're just using the ship as kindling to keep it in the air. Castor, Wellington, Windermere, and maybe Normandy too. The representatives of these greedy dukes are already gathered on this plate. Will their masters' fleets observe their rivals as they make their way here? This airship is moving so slowly because you're waiting for them. You're tempting them. The dukes would rather not let the airship hide behind Londinium's robust city walls, so they'll gather here. And this is what you've all been waiting for. Perfectly little shooting gallery for the Shard. Should I be glad that Hodor's partner is so sharp? A shame he put it together so late. Men, Caesar! So, what did she tell you, Paprika?
She said war is war and that's all there is to it.
Indeed, that's all. If she could just see the big picture, just how many things surrounding war would she see?
This intelligence must be delivered. Inez has to admit that the military commission has drawn up a brilliant plan. She can foresee what will happen next. The Shard's catastrophe will severely damage the Duke's forces, and furthermore, the damage will be credited to not just the Sarkaz, but also to their respective rivals. And once Victoria's storm-bringing prowess is drawn out into the open, any country across the lands will feel fear, and also fury. Every seat of power will want to destroy this one, or possess it for themselves. What if, at this time, the dukes guarding the borders slacken their duties because of their infighting? Lithuanian, Ursus, Kashmirish, and even the old Gaulish regions would never let this opportunity slip. This is only the first flame. Soon, an unstoppable blaze will sweep across the entire land. Inez knows there's still time. It's not too late. As long as she can get that information out. A shadow approaches at the end of the corridor. It is not her own shadow, but the owner of this vessel. Inez, who has heard rumors from her old partner about the Revenant, is for the first time in her life glad that she isn't a real Sarkaz. Yep, shadow's still there. The sun rises, the long night having finally passed, and the mobile plate below her casts an extremely long shadow. Right. I should thank myself for finding such a high place. I'm guessing that a jump from here would probably kill me. Heh. Who would have thought that today, the Inez who always comes back from the brink of death is finally embracing it? And oh, this is what the opening PVs we saw. Okay. Hodor and W are gonna laugh themselves to death. I hope they don't get to see me in such a wretched state. She falls, a gale blowing through her hair, and she can hardly keep her eyes open. But it is only at this height that she can take in all the shadows of Norport into her view. Only at this height can she manipulate these shadows that stretch as far as she can see. She knows that she only has a few seconds to make it, quickly falling into the shadows before her. Now, death is already lingering beyond the door. Inez is so cool. I want her in W. Sincere invitation. Oh no, it's a boss fight. Please don't have a lot of dudes walking to escape. Oh man, I want to break those boxes, but at the same time, I don't want to have to defend. Eh. Oh well. We'll see what happens. There's no fear here. What is fear? Fear, I don't know her. Oh, that's what Mama looks like. Okay, I love how she looks. She looks cool. Did old Wellington send his entire reserve fleet here?
Yes, Your Grace. The Duke of Wellington seems to be fighting that ship. He must be sure of his victory. Their frontline forces must already have exchanged fire with the Sarkaz. Grr. And there's still Castor. That woman has barely ever stepped outside of her domesne. But even she's not staying put this time. Just how valuable is a ship to be worth all their trouble? Your Grace, the strategists are also recommending that we obtain as much technology as we can from the airship. Whether we stand against the Sarkaz or other possible rivals, such an unprecedented weapon will allow us to control an even larger airspace. Shut them up. What possible opponents? They're inciting me to break up Victoria. I came here solely to bring Delphine home. They're also saying that Norport Borough may be in terrible shape right now. Delphine will be fine. She's my daughter after all.
Dang, Duke of Windermere kind of reminds me of my dad. It's like, they'll be fine, they're my relative. That is his logic too. Which is kind of bad, but at the same time, like, oof.
Your Grace. Haven't I said before that running inside the ship is forbidden? Please, take a look at the shadow of that moving plate. Something's not quite right.
Duke Windermere takes his telescope offered by the adjutant. The shadow of the mobile plate cast by the morning sun does not resemble Norport Borough. Is this because of the structure blocking it? Windermere thinks it strangely resembles a tower. A tower? Or a shard?
Is that the shard shadow? How can this be? Is this a natural phenomenon, or... How long did you say it would take for Castor and Wellington's troops to arrive? Perhaps within the next 2 hours? A rare event indeed, for the troops of the three dukes to all coincidentally converge near this area.
It'll be funny if they do like get to the ship. They're like, haha, let's go inside. And then they find nothing like that's actually high tech. They'd be like, what? But how? What is this tomfoolery? And then they never find out it was Revenant. It'd be even funnier.
According to reports we received earlier, a few other dukes are also planning their moves, so it would not be too surprising to see their warships on the move here. I've been in the army for many years, and yet this is the first time I've seen something like this. Full stop. All units stop immediately. Get all of them to clear out the area at once. Send a red flare to warn our allies. Quickly, now. Send a plain text to every Victorian unit in the region. This place could be well a target of the Shard's attack. Alright. Don't turn the ship. Speed it towards Norport Borough. I have to find Delphine before the storm comes.
Red flares blossom under the clouds, and the distorted shadows return to their original state.
Impressive work, Inez. It was going to be a simple test shot, not at our full power, but we have many other locations to choose for next time. I do have to admit I have some tiny regrets, but the military commission always has more than just a single plan. Inform the Notchsara King. It's time to rouse the troops. The storm will open up a path for him.
Ines often says death is also a tool. She would sometimes joke to Hodor that she might be getting a little too used to playing dead. But now, as she stands on death's door, Ines realizes that she feels calmer than she expected. She closes her eyes. A blaze abruptly bakes her face, along with an intense shockwave. The unique smell of the explosives is well familiar to Ines. Her lips curl up. Dust and smoke from the explosion engulfs her, with the embers still retaining the heat of the flames. These embers gather, dance, and weave together. Sarka's history is woven of embers, but occasionally, other things are knitted from the smoldering remains. For example, Ines falls headfirst into a cushiony cloud of smoke and dust. A giant web of embers holds her aloft.
I never should have expected that the two of them could come up with anything better.
Explosions of life!
Hey, Ines. Still alive and kicking?
That explosion was pretty tough, so don't blame me if any minor issues crop up. Oh man, Hoderer. Let's just bury her. Sorry to ruin your parade, but I'm still alive for now. Ugh, Killjoy. So, did you like the fireworks I set off for you? And guess what I secretly sewed into your clothes? Wow, who would have guessed? A tracking device! Do you think I never noticed it? Shoddy stitching, your darning skills are honestly embarrassing. Grr! What was that supposed to... grr, that was supposed to be a present for you. But well, I guess this way is fine too. And these? Don't you know how difficult it is to keep clothes clean and tidy in a battlefield? And you still threw me into a ball of smoldering ashes?
You used to call my art embers.
Not in the mood for that now.
You're pretty seriously injured.
Better than being dead. What? Hoderer, you had arts to cast all along? I thought you only knew how to chop at guys with your knife. Embers, no wonder you're so unfazed whenever I throw a bomb at your face. So, are you not afraid of getting shot?
I am.
Okay, this is a cute image. Can you fling ashes at someone else's face?
No.
Is your permanently haggard scowl a side effect of your arts?
Shut up.
How many years has it been since I've seen you in such a pathetic state, Inez? Believe me, you'll never see me like this again. Don't be too confident now. We might just bump into the Sanguine Arc, having a leisurely stroll on our way back.
W, can I ask you to swap your little hypothetical there?
What? Did you develop feelings for those crusty old monsters of the royal court after hanging out with Manfred for so long? Hey, you should be thanking me. If I didn't bump into you scuttling around on my way back, you might have gotten recaptured by your old besties. Ah yes, the old besties. Freaking Hoderer.
Maybe I'll head back to prison so I can at least enjoy some peace and quiet without you.
Be my guest. I'll even do you a solid and report you to recess.
Where are we headed? W's safe house.
Fine, I can force myself to pretend we're going home. And also, thanks. But yeah, Hoderer is just getting money from everywhere. As one does, I don't blame the hustle.
I want to go back. What's taking her so long today? She injured her leg or something? We gotta help her out. She'll be too grateful.
I mean, she'll be so grateful that we're bound to get a few bottles of decent beer out of it.
What you standing around for? Let's move.
Enough, Hannah. Norport's a sea of flames right now.
Baird's not dumb. She can keep herself safe.
She's dead.
What are you on about? Morgan, this is no time for a laugh.
I said, Baird's dead. Did you see that butterfly knife? It was covered in blood. Baird always kept that for on her person. There's no mistaking it. That knife, in someone else's hand, only means one thing.
I mean, it might just be a misunderstanding. Maybe she lost her knife or something. She's got her careless moments too, right? Not like she's never lost nothing before. Remember that one year when she accidentally lost our carton of eggs? We were supposed to have fried eggs that morning. Sometimes she slips up. No big deal.
How does one misplace a carton of eggs?
Hannah, McLaren is holding her knife. Baird went back just to look for him. He's deaf in both ears, so they're probably... Huh! They've been friends for years. You trying to scare me? Baird probably just lent her knife to McLaren for a bit. Nothing wrong with that, right? I'll go ask him. He can tell us. It was just, Hannah. Where is he? McLaren left Norport along with us, right? So he's definitely in the crowd. We'll just ask him. This ought to be a misunderstanding. McLaren, where are you? Hannah, he can't hear you. I'll kill the bugger. He's dead. When I find him, I'll smash every single bone in his body. Hannah, that's enough. Vina, did you already know about this? Bloody hell, why haven't I gone and smashed his skull in for Bayard? You think I don't want to? Because there's no meaning to it. Rubbing out a frightened deaf man makes no bloody sense at all. Hannah, I hate it. I hate all this. I'm a fool through and through, a self-righteous twit. Allerdale, Bayard, if I hadn't involved myself in this, they wouldn't have... What did I even come back for? What did I even think I came back for?
Was this a mistake from the very beginning, born of a false sense of responsibility?
Would I stop Angel joining in with the beating? I would join in. I would be on Angel's side. Like, sure, there's no meaning, but no. There is some meaning.
How does she really see them? Her friends whom she went through thick and thin, and all kinds of hardships with. Could it be that this friendship she cherishes so deeply was actually just an excuse to deceive even herself? Could it be that she of all people has gradually come to see herself as a king? Grant mercy, sow benevolence, and then harvest hope and reverence. What exactly did she want to achieve here? What exactly did she expect to achieve here?
Vina, we came back because we couldn't stand it. We were just watching from the side. Because this is our street, our turf, our country. You're always charging ahead, but this isn't your responsibility. We're not following you to see what kind of person you'll become. Vina, you're just our Vina, right? Of course. I'm just Vina. This I swear.
Where should we bring these people from Norport Borough? We can't let them fend for themselves in the wilderness, right? Besides, this is the heart of the battle. These townspeople can live on my mother's land if they're willing to move. Mother has a nomadic city in the vicinity of Londinium. It's a rather tiny fortress city, but it'll be no problem to accommodate them. Got any other ideas, Cador?
Humph. You know, Delphine, ever since you stopped hiding your identity, you've changed the way you speak.
I know what happened with Bayard has upset you. It upsets us all.
Right now, there's no need to dampen our spirits even more.
I
finally found you. Could we please have some water to drink? That Draco, we don't like those flames of hers. So difficult to extinguish. Demasti. Ascalon, it's been a while, What did you come here for? We're thirsty. And to offer a greeting to the little king of Sarkas here. The Banshee speaks pretty highly of you.
Amiya, get behind me.
It's alright, Doctor. I've never seen our guests here in their current form, but I know them very well. They've appeared frequently in those histories. But they're always wandering outside the royal court, and they're not interested in anything except themselves. Demasti Fragment, why have you appeared before us?
So you really are a genuine king of Sarkas, little bunny. That thing seems to have also tormented you quite a bit. Good job holding all that in your little head while not being a Sarkas. Memory is the most precious thing to us, but it can sometimes also be our poison. So you see, we do appear to have something to talk about.
Anu, hello? Ooh, Siege Alto would be cool. Like, I would enjoy that. Lion King would be fun, or just for the funsies, give her a summer outfit too, like Chen. Everyone should have a summer stuff like Chen.
Are you also of the opinion that I'm not worthy of bearing the crown of the King of Sarkas?
I see the talkative Revenant really put you through the ringer. Don't mind it. He's never been the kindly type.
You're an ancient Sarkas, So how do you think a king should act?
Oh, good question. We've never been one, and we don't care to bother. But we're thinking you should at the very least be strong enough. Strong enough to overcome any hesitation or doubt, yes? Oh, we're certain of something else, though. You definitely shouldn't be asking us this question, little king. You have a long path ahead of you, regardless of whether you're leading the organization you call Rhodes Island, or following the guidance of the Sarkaz souls. Oh, sorry, we forgot the souls won't accept you, just like how they won't accept us. We're all different from each other. However, you understand at some point in the future that the passage of time is unbeatable. The kings of Sarkaz in our memories all walk the very same path in the end.
Not me. I refuse to walk that path.
Don't be too quick to refute us, Courteous. We did think it was a nice change having a young king of Sarkaz, but it seems like you're still chained to your fate. Though we're nonetheless full of expectations for you, a non-Sarkaz king. A young king of Sarkaz who is still growing and questioning your own blood. A never-before-seen king of Sarkaz. What are you up to? We have no ill intentions. King of Sarkaz, we don't dare to claim that we're wiser than you are, and we have nothing to teach you either. We only wish to extend an invitation. We seek an opportunity to thoroughly understand a unique individual. Ascalon, you understand when you've lived as long as we have.
Okay, Tamasi, you wanna join my Rhodes Island? That'd be fun.
When something you've never seen before appears right in front of your eyes, how could you resist reaching out to it? O King of Sarkaz, please grant our personal lives a pleasant surprise.
I'm fine with that.
Oh no, we're fighting, aren't we?
Oh no. Is this the pleasant surprise? I don't like it. This ain't pleasant at all to me. Uh-oh, no fear.
Luster, please, no.
Damacy's pretty cool, actually. Surprisingly chill.
I'm all stocked up.
And I like that. I appreciate that the cluster is nice to Mia. The cluster's pretty much cool with everyone except for Reed's sister. Kind of a big oof in that sense. My girl.
They really don't like you.
Uh-oh.
No fear. Oh, good, I can just barely do this. I like it. Okay, that's fine.
This is fine. I want to just guard this area. That makes my life easier. No fear! Bringing out a healer would be good. You know, that's smart. Healers make you feel safe and happy. Though I want to bring him out. And just for fun, I'll put that. Boop. Okay, more identity check. Kind of, sort of. Yeah, there's no fear here. Got rid of that one casted dude. Now there's more identity checks. And I'll take her out for now. I gotta just get rid of this thing. Whee! And I blocked the dude too. Two birds with one stone, basically. Okay, what's going on over there? I kind of don't like that. I'm slightly intimidated, and I don't appreciate the intimidation. I feel like I should bring on another healer, you know, that'd be good. I don't like this feeling of not being healthy. Yeah, it's a bad feeling, and I don't like it at all. Okay. Yeah, let's see how this goes. Ouch. Ouch, pain and suffering. Okay, no worries now.
There is no fear.
Okay, how's this gonna go? Dude is just walking around menacingly as one does. When you're a spooky dude, I guess. Oh, look at that guy just standing there. You can't break through. Oh, and the extreme mode of the stage is 3 Damasti. Oof. Though this isn't as bad as... Okay, I was gonna speak too soon. I'm just glad there's not a lot of dudes to watch over. Yeah, the one that we had to watch over so many dudes, that hurt me the most.
What are you looking at? At your King of Sarkaz, Banshee. You're facing Amiya. I advise you to carefully consider your actions. And you should do away with the curses in your hands. Relax. They've already won. I'm grateful for our earlier exchange, Damasti. I have a clear understanding of your methods now. The King of Sarkaz couldn't have possibly lost to our clone that had already been fried near to a crisp by a Draco's flames. But we are glad to have experienced something new for the first time in such a long time. It's been ages since we've seen anything that has brought us even a speck of excitement. Be proud of yourself, Banshee. You've convinced us, and would be more than happy to keep this new possibility of yours, though we're still not very optimistic about the direction this possibility is heading. But to us, time and patience are two things we have more than plenty of. We will meet again, at the next finish line. Where are you going next? We've never gone anywhere on purpose, we merely wander the land. You've mentioned before, Damasti, that you're pretty much exhausted all possibilities. Yes. But there remains uncharted territory for you. Oh? Everything on this great land is constantly evolving. Will you stay just as you always have, imitating the fruits of evolution? Yes, you've never gone anywhere, and yet you're already complete.
I feel like Damasti's gonna be the only one being like, "Hey, Amiya, you cool." The others will be like, "Why is she the king?" And then she'll beat them up and they'll be like, "Oh, I understand why she's the king now. Amiya, you're great." That's how you win people over. If they don't like you, at first you beat them until they like you. Just kidding. Half kidding, because in game logic, that's how it works. You beat them up and then they're like, "Dang, I respect you. You're a powerful warrior." And then they join the party.
So of course, there can be no progress in something that's already been completed. How persuasively provocative. And what do you suggest? You've already guessed it. Heralding our deaths, you do live up to your name, Beyonce. From death comes new life. Indeed, we've never tried this before. We just bid goodbye to a friend at a place not far from here. She said that she would rather give up living than to let life wash over her. We felt her emotions, we saw her determination. She claimed it was a choice of a coward, but we felt something else. We could barely put into words then, but now we know that it also took a certain kind of courage. The kind of courage we've never considered before. Well, alright, Banshee, we admit it. We've begun looking forward to this. This might just be an innocuous scheme of yours, a clumsy method of ridding yourself of an enemy. But that doesn't matter to us. Or maybe the souls are merely borrowing your voice to provoke us. Need me to help you? How about you leave us with some decency? Though you ought to sound the death knell for us. You sure are a tenacious and brave bunch. Celebrate your victory.
This can't be your full power.
What? Are you not entertained, Dr. Rhodes Island? Or maybe that's unnecessary? Maybe we actually understand you on a level beyond your worst estimates?
I trust Rhodes Island security systems. Do you also have a clone of Rhodes Island?
Relax, Doctor. Your ship's onboarding inspection is not as easy as it seems to slip through. Alright, goodbye, all. What are you planning? What else can we do with our broken body? We've stayed in our original form for long enough. Tiny King of Sarkaz, where will you go next? Where will you bring these people who trust you, follow you, protect you? Will you do as Bodrokasti prophesied and enslave everything across all the lands? Or will you prove that it is only us who have been bound too deeply by the chains of history? Evolution, a tricky word indeed, implying an inevitable progress, though it may not be. But no matter, you will find your path and us as well.
He dissipated.
No, the Damasti won't die. His other more complete and stronger self is probably just around the corner. This is a typical tactic of his, to have the prey let down its guard and then come in for the kill. A bone whistle? How could this be? Logo sees the bone whistle as a lamentable tradition of the royal court, and has always refused to sound it as his predecessors have done. But this is indeed a bone whistle from the Master of Knells. The Damasti cluster is dying. The elegy has sounded, the bone whistle done wailing. I serve as a witness to a Sarkaz, the Damasti, and his cluster. From death comes new life.
Well... yeah. Damasti's like, dang, I already maxed out all my stats and my skill trees. Okay, time to start New Game Plus.
A bone whistle. How long has it been since we've had the Lord of the Banshees grace our court to sound the bone whistle? The Damasti cluster has died. Fret not, the Damasti has only encountered a minor setback. He'll soon... No. What I mean is, every Damasti fragment is simultaneously decaying. The Damasti dies, and our long-lasting royal court will collapse. Humph, how interesting. I think that he himself has never imagined that it would end like this. How should I describe it? A split into halves? Or the birth of two new lives? The ancient Damasti no longer exists, and two newborn Damasti have appeared in this world.
I wanna know what the two new ones are gonna be like.
Sad in nature is regarded as the final stage of all things. No matter how strong a boulder may be, it turns to dust at the end of time. But then again, the sad may also hold the possibility of starting a cycle of reincarnation anew.
Kelsey, your wounds are still healing. Move another inch and I'll tell Shining.
I'm already fine, for the most part. An old friend might locate us soon. No, I should say a new friend now.
I don't want to meet any of your old or new friends. I don't blame you, Closure. There's good news and bad news. Pick one. Well, I'm sure I'm tired. Why did I think you'd be up for a stupid game? The bad news is...
Give me the good news.
The bad news is that we didn't find the entrance to the Sarkaz supply route in Brentwood. There was no underground tunnel at all. But there was a passage used for inspections. Wait, you... huh?
I said, give me the good news.
I'm fine if the Damacy doesn't use its full power. Like, that's fine. Though, it might not be that crazy, honestly. But even if it's not, like, super duper overpowered by our standards, he's still technically a perfected being, never changing. So he could be perfect at, like, level 1. With level 1 skills. Shining!
I like to hear positive news sometimes as well, Closure.
That good news is, we managed to get in touch with the doctor. I like how Closure was so worried, like, oh gosh, Shining! Kelsey wants good news. This isn't right. Thank you for your assistance, Duke Windermere. We've managed to reestablish our communication channels. The refugees we brought have all boarded the ship, and they'll be under the Duke Windermere's protection for the time being.
I should be the one thanking you, Rhodes Island. You've helped the townspeople of Norport Borough escape a disaster. Not all of them, but it's enough. Protecting the people is what we, those who bear the title of Duke, ought to do. And you even saved my daughter. She was just bawling in her room earlier.
Mom, I was only...
I can guess what you've all been through the last couple of days. But Delphine, perhaps you have come to better understand how those in power should wield authority.
If I may be so bold, Your Grace, how are you planning to use your power? After witnessing the fate of the Steam Knights, I'm not sure.
I had to make a strategic decision, daughter of Montague. You may call it a plot, and I won't deny that I signed my name on the Steam Knights' orders. But to decide the future of this country is exactly our duty.
Duty?
Yes, Miss Vina, duty. You understand when I'm addressing you that way. Of course. If you'd excuse us, Your Grace, for now, I would rather be with my friends. As you please.
Yeah, Logos does have good talking skills. Also, he probably had fun in Golding's final moments. Like, dang, Golding, she was cool. What is this feeling? And then when Logos explained it to him, he's like, you know what? I like that. New Game Plus mode it is.
Now then, Dr. Rhodes Island, I believe, we can't avoid discussing the object your operator is carrying.
It's just a tourist trinket. It doesn't even do anything.
Delphine was praising you so highly that perhaps I require a re-evaluation. Anyway, it's impossible to ignore her and the sword that she's carrying. Delphine told me about your deal with her, even though there was some twists and turns in between. I'm sure the deal remains valid.
Don't tell me you're becoming a supporter of Rhodes Island.
Of course. But I promise you that for now, I'll act as if nothing happened. We can talk this out slowly when we return to my demesne.
Catter didn't get on the ship. He left with a bunch of people.
And Tana?
She's still in her room and refuses to come out.
Let's get her something to eat. She's barely had a decent meal in Norport.
Yeah.
What are you burning?
A bunch of drafts. Notes I saved for writing inspiration. But I forgot where I dropped my memoir notebook. Siege, you don't need it, do you? We don't need it anymore.
Sure. Siege, what's... Are you crying? No, I just...
Heavy tears rolled down Siege's cheeks, while Morgan and Dagda are both stunned in their common consensus. Vina has never shed a tear before. On the deck of this high-speed battleship, the Victorian sun is slowly rising, sweeping the haze and evaporating the mist from last night. And this youth called Vina, with her back to the sun, is expressing her emotions without a word.
I just got ash in my eyes.
Norport will return to her old self. The people are still there after all. We'll get our old lives back, eventually. We just need patience. A little more of it. Vina, the war is going to end, right? Now if only the size of kings would reactivate. I mean, what size of kings? It's a trinket, ha ha ha. Ooh, passing years. Quiet on the front. The horns of battle are yet to be blown. The soldiers are afraid to even gasp for air. I am excited for the two new Damasti. I'm imagining to I'm gonna imagine that's gonna probably be a boy and a girl because New Game Plus mode, you want to experience everything as one does. And I wonder if they're gonna be bebes, like starting off as bebes, or are they gonna start off as like decent aged? I hope we can keep one. I want to keep one. If not both. The catastrophe cloud in the sky is not yet dissipated. Should you take off your gloves, you would be able to feel the originium dust in the air scratching the palm of your hand. The Nashzera king sits atop of his throne, casting his eyes across this army. The Nashzera's army will not be shaken. The Nashzera's army would not show weakness. They pass through the storm beyond injuries, over the carcasses of compatriots and enemies alike. The Sarkets continue to march until the enemies of the Nashzera king are completely crushed. They have no way to stop. They are war itself.
Your Grace, we've sustained heavy losses. Nearly a third of the high-speed battleships on the Vanguard squadron have been incapacitated. We're trying to turn the situation around, but the outlook isn't positive. That violent catastrophe just slammed into our front line all of a sudden. It's very difficult for us to conduct standard operations in these high-density originium zones, and the exposed active originium clusters greatly limit the maneuverability of our high-speed battleships. But the Sarkaz forces don't seem to be affected much. They don't care at all. Most of them are already infected. The Nashzera's troops are also fielding some witchcraft contraptions we've never seen before. The chaotic fissures they spew out are tricky to deal with. We're still looking for countermeasures. Hold the line! Have the artillery in the rear lay suppressive fire, and open up a gap to the east. It shall be done, my lord.
No mercy for poor Windermere, eh, Duke Willington? She just bailed out of the fleet we sent to claim our plaything, and you're going to repay the favor by driving the Sarkaz onto her turf?
I don't remember giving you permission to tap into my communications caster.
Stiff as always, aren't you? I will remind Windermere to take adequate preparations. After all, we're still Victorians.
I know what you're after, old Wellington. You're getting ahead of yourself. Next time, I hope you'll find a more appropriate manner of exchanging ideas with me. Humph.
Your Grace, you shouldn't continue standing on the deck like this. Though we're a fair distance away from where the catastrophe struck, the dust can't be good for your health.
This is my duty, Your Royal Highness Ablana.
You're always worthy of my trust. Those two siblings are being extremely cautious. This is not the full extent of the Shard's might. They either don't want us to know that they haven't fully mastered the storm's power, or they're waiting for a better opportunity.
The storm should have belonged to Victoria alone, but now, we will be the first to face it.
I hear the officers murmuring amongst themselves nervously, Your Grace, but you don't seem flustered. If anything, you seem to be rather excited.
Indeed, milady, I won't deny it. This battlefield commands fear and respect. When is the last time I faced an enemy like this since Gaul's Vioxx Vanguard? We've long been ready for this, regardless of whose hands it is in. The storm will only serve to wash away any hesitation and weakness from the Tyrants, and it shall temper our young troops. I can see him, the Nashzera king. Let us drop out pretense and face each other in battle. The Tyrants will not be stopped here. Our rage is no less than yours. Your Royal Highness Ablana, I shall secure a future for you and the Tyran people.
My faithful Duke, very soon, the final chapter will be written. Welcome, Lady Ermengarde. With your arrival comes the goodwill of the Liches. We will never forget. The moment the Sarkaz needed unity the most, the Liches chose to leave their liberty and stand at her side.
She is so beautiful.
All these sarcas are just so good looking. They just built different. Huh?
True.
She and Reunion probably have encountered at least at one point. No need to be so formal, Your Highness. I'm simply an observer. But you still brought us a gift, and the soldiers on the front lines will put it to good use. It is but a trifling trick to play with the fissures. The Lich's mastery over dimensional space transcends most people's cognition. Naturally, unlike your people who have always been in Casdell, we Liches are keen on self-preservation, always looking for a place to hide our phylactery. But the Lich's throne has never been removed from the royal court's chamber. We appreciate Your Highness's thoughtfulness. I assume you know that Kelsey paid me a visit on my way here? She tried hard to convince me not to take your side. The young master of the Elegiac court is fighting alongside them. I've heard the teachers say that before, the Banshee's strength is not to be overlooked. Dame Kelsey claimed that the war you and the region started will only push these lands into irreversible disorder and strife. These things are only temporary. We have no choice but to endure. This is the only way the consensus needed for solidarity can be built. Huh. Wanna know what the funniest thing is, Your Highness? Your words sound just like hers. You both call for unity. You both tell me that this is the only way to avert the impending calamity. Kelsey. Then why do the two of you stand in opposition? Perhaps because we're both in a hurry. Rest assured, as a messenger of the Lich King's court, I didn't make any promises to Dame Kelsey. Just like how I haven't made any promises with you. We Liches are never in a hurry to pick a side for ourselves. Of course, these languishing pains and broken hearts, at long last, they will eventually have a home to return to. Not much longer now. Amiya, will you be able to find that path? I believe in Amiya. Believe in Amiya, Teresa. The Liches sound like Damasti. In the sense like, I'ma do my own thing. I'll pay a visit every so often at the family reunion. But for the most part, I'ma just do my own thing. I'm not gonna pick sides. Until maybe later. If I feel like it.
Damn, those officers. They'd rather bring along a Tuskegee than us. Who the hell does he think he is? Back in the days, before I got sick, he didn't even dare to look me in the eyes. Damn it all. This bloody Ripathy. I'd rather go without those Rhodes Island people inhibitors and blow up in a cloud of originium dust over Norport. At least, I'd be able to give those freeloading bastards a faceful. They'd get a good taste of what I'm going through, too. The goddess gave me an inhibitor, too. These bloody pills aren't gonna save shit. I'm done for. I can't leave this place. My life isn't worth a damn thing. What was the point of crawling out of Norport? These damn crystals. These damn originium crystals in my body. Run me through, damn it! Run me through already!
The infected citizen angrily scratches at the originium crystals on his arm, as if crushing them would make everything go back to normal. Severe pain rips through him, and the newly infected person gasps for breath. He's overwhelmed by the pain that had just become familiar to him, and a mixture of tears and sweat rolls down his cheeks. He lies on his back in a patch of mud. Before his eyes, the sun has risen to its zenith. Before he closes his eyes, a strand of pink hair suddenly breaks into his vision. Pink hair? Percival, is it you? This is no place to be sunbathing, sir. The mud's going to get in your clothes.
Get away from me! I'm infected. I might explode at any minute now.
Huh? If I had to guess, I don't think you'd had a ripathy for more than a week. Everyone looks like you in the first few days. Shock and denial, pain and guilt, anger and despair and depression. In the end, they have no choice but to accept that they're a miserable, hapless lot.
Then how do you know you're...
Also an infected. What's so strange about that?
You're also an infected? But you look so... Wait, I've seen you before.
Hello, sir. My name is Percival, and I'm the doorman at the Sunset Street Hotel. It's a shame, but it seems like you don't have much luggage for me to carry.
No, I meant in Norport.
Now that is awfully quaint.
I was with the mounted police for quite a few years, Miss Percival. I've been involved in a number of cases, some of which involve the infected as well. I should have thought twice about how I treated them back then. Now I'm one of them. I've heard of an organization whose activities have reached even the doors of Londinium. If I remember properly, they were called... Percival, what are you doing here?
Oh, Red. I found an infected on the side of the road. Must have been one of those people thrown here by the Duke of Windermere. Oh, she was a part of Reunion after all. No wonder why we can't have her, because she's part of Reunion. Understandable.
Another one? Truth be told though, Percival, had you not sent out the news that the separation sequence between Norport and Londinium was underway, the fate of these infected people might have been even more miserable.
Heh heh. I've always been a sharp one and quite proud of it.
Thanks to you figuring it all out, you even managed to hide our comms as a Londinium public broadcast. You should be glad I have the good habit of tuning into the radio.
It's not as easy as you make it sound. I had to dismantle the communication station at the hotel before I could finally find a place to pass on the news. Ah, so she took the phone. It's not too surprising that she's part of Reunion. She's cute, she has like a special design, and if she's not summonable to our Rhodes Island, she's either in one of the other factions. So it's Reunion or with one of the Dukes. And Reunion is another option. Mr. Red was here for a reason after all. But Rhodes Island and the Delphine lady did get the short end of the stick as a result.
Who exactly are you people?
Have you ever heard of Reunion?
Reunion? Did you just say?
Well, the whole gang's here.
Well done, Percival. We've taken in a number of infected persons along the way, and they're doing much better than we initially expected.
Red was doing most of the hard work. I pretty much just been slacking off. And though I don't want to admit it, Rhodes Island also played a big part.
Rhodes Island. So they're here too. Reunion. I know what you people have done. What kind of disaster are you trying to invite upon Victoria this time? You have the wrong idea, sir. We're the ones who gathered the breeze from the ashes of the previous reunion. But we are no longer what we used to be. We will not abandon the name, nor the sins that it carries. We must remember our past mistakes, but also set out once more to prove ourselves to the infected. The new reunion no longer needs a leader. We've traveled across several countries, fighting side by side with the infected peoples, who see themselves as their comrades. What exactly are you trying to do? Medicine and compassion cannot help the infected in any way, in a way that matters, but solidarity and strength can. Sir, the infected have no country of their own, so the new reunion shall be where they belong. Interested in joining us?
Tallulah, what are you looking at?
The lingering catastrophe cloud. The shard has been activated.
There's gonna be a lot more infected soon. I also have a message for you, Tallulah. I saw a Draco who wielded purple flames.
Did you now? Percival, I often find myself thinking these days. Indeed, there's a certain kind of person that seems naturally born to make waves. They will claim to be their catalysts, leaders, creators. In a sense, they tend to find success, but I would never call them winners. I refuse to accept that everything they've made deserves to enter the annals of history. I refuse to accept it.
Oh, what an ending. Everyone's gonna meet up in the next chapter, maybe. I wanna see 9 again. Like, hey girl, how you doing? Or more like, I want Chen to appear and be like, yo, it's you again! I can't wait to see the new Damasti cluster. Or the new Damasti bibis. Since it's no longer a cluster, technically, for now anyways. Like, that's gonna be fun to see. At this point, I'm just like, I wanted to see the size of kings in action, but that won't be for a while, that's fine. The new interest is the Damasti bibis. I wanna see them. How was the chapter? Overall, bittersweet, extremely bittersweet. But we got to see Ines, which is fun. Golding went out on her own terms, which is pretty cool. Logos pretty much spent the chapter just having a nice talk with the Damasti. Honestly, yeah. They were just chilling, talking about life. And Logos even told him, New Game Plus mode. Like, yes sir, okay, that's fine. And most of the people, or not most of them, a good chunk of them were able to escape in time, which is good. Poor Bayard. Like, Bayard. Girl. She's too kind. After, like, a few yellings, I would have just left the guy. I wouldn't have, like, went in there. I wouldn't have been that nice to him. So she was sweet. That was super sweet of her. And now let me just accept this thingies. Boop. Wee, my goodies. Delicious. They'll talk about the new event eventually, right? Like, yeah, we'll find out eventually what's gonna happen next week. Plus, next week's gonna be busy anyways with work. Which is good, actually. It's gonna be fun. Since I get to chill, kind of-ish. Okay, there's notes regarding what happened to McLaren. After he probably left, I guess. Gosh darn it, McLaren. Well, hopefully he's fine now. And then he'll get the treatment that he needs. And then if he notices the knife he's holding, he'll be like, oh shoot, what did I do? Oh no. But ah well. At least most of them got out, and that's good. Duke Windermere, though, she's beautiful. Like, that was a nice reveal for her design. I appreciate that. But now I shall log into... Actually, no, I gotta use my energy in this game too, because this story mode does not really use energy. I gotta use energy in multiple games now. And for Chowder, do we think we'll see him again? Maybe. And if we don't, it's okay. I believe in him. He's gonna do his own thing. He's gonna open up a gym, and he's gonna become the ultimate gym bro. As one does. He'll be fine. But yeah, thank you everyone for stopping by the stream. I hope everyone has a great rest of the day and epic gacha luck. Woohoo! Finished episode 12. I reached my goal. So see you guys later. Bye bye. I wanna eat cake. I'm craving sweets.